English actress and singer Dame Patricia Routledge passed away peacefully in her sleep on October 3, 2025, at the age of 96. English singer and songwriter Ozzy Osbourne passed away from cardiac arrest at his home in England on July 22, 2025, at the age of 76. English primatologist and anthropologist Jane Goodall passed away of natural causes in Los Angeles on October 1, 2025, at the age of 91. British actor Patrick Murray passed away from lung cancer in Kent on September 29, 2025, at the age of 68. English singer and actress Marianne Faithfull passed away peacefully in London on January 30, 2025, at the age of 78. English actor Terence Stamp died peacefully at his home in London on August 17, 2025, at the age of 87. English actress Joan Plowright passed away peacefully surrounded by her family in London on January 16, 2025, at the age of 95. British professional boxer Ricky Hatton passed away at his home on September 14, 2025, at the age of 46. English novelist and journalist Frederick Forsyth passed away after a brief illness on June 9, 2025, at the age of 86. English author and journalist Dame Jilly Cooper passed away after a fall on October 5, 2025, at the age of 88. English singer and actress Dame Cleo Lane passed away at her home in Wavendon on July 24, 2025, at the age of 97. English television personality and writer Kim Woodburn passed away following a short illness on June 16, 2025, at the age of 83. British politician Norman Tebbit passed away peacefully at his home in Bury St Edmunds, Suffolk, on July 7, 2025, at the age of 94. British royal family member Catherine, Duchess of Kent, passed away peacefully at Kensington Palace on September 4, 2025, at the age of 92. English actress and writer Jean Marsh died from dementia at her home in London on April 13, 2025, at the age of 90. English musician and songwriter Rick Davies died from multiple myeloma at his home on September 6, 2025, at the age of 81. English guitarist Mick Ralphs died from stroke complications in Henley-on-Thames, Oxfordshire, on June 23, 2025, at age 81. English professional boxer Georgia O'Connor died from cancer in Durham on May 22, 2025, at the age of 25. English musician and photographer Chris Dredger died from stroke complications in London on September 25, 2025, at age 78. English journalist and broadcaster John Stapleton died from pneumonia at a hospital in London on September 21, 2025, at the age of 79. English actor and comedian Tony Slattery died from a heart attack at his home in London on January 14, 2025, at the age of 65. British radio personality and television presenter James Whale died from cancer at his home in London on August 4, 2025, at the age of 74. British production designer Stuart Craig died from complications of Parkinson's disease on September 7, 2025, at the age of 83. English actress Judy Lowe died from complications of pneumonia at a hospital in London on July 19, 2025, at the age of 78. Irish singer and actress Linda Nolan died from cancer at Blackpool Victoria Hospital in Blackpool on January 15, 2025, at the age of 65. English film actor Kenneth Colley died from pneumonia following COVID on June 30, 2025, at the age of 87. British actor Julian Holloway died from a lung infection at a hospital in Dorset on February 16, 2025, at the age of 80. English cricketer and umpire Dickie Bird died peacefully at his home in Barnsley, Yorkshire, on September 22, 2025, at the age of 92. English guitarist and singer John Sykes died from cancer at his home in Los Angeles, California, on December 2024, at the age of 65. English actor Gerald Harper died peacefully from Parkinson's disease at his home in London on July 2, 2025, at the age of 96. English actor Paul Danan died from a drug overdose in Brislington, Bristol, on January 15, 2025, age 46. Hungarian-British professional boxer Joe Bugner died from dementia at a care home in Brisbane, Australia, on September 1, 2025, at the age of 75. English actor Brian Murphy died from cancer at his home in Kent on February 2, 2025, at the age of 92. English actor John Woodvine died peacefully at his home on October 6, 2025, at the age of 96. Welsh musician Mike Peters died from blood cancer at the Christie NHS Foundation Trust in Manchester on April 29, 2025, at the age of 66. English actor Ray Brooks died from complications of dementia at his home in England on August 9, 2025, at the age of 86. British actress and singer Diane Langton died from kidney disease at her home in London on January 15, 2025, at the age of 80. British actress Pik Sen Lim died from cancer at her home in London on June 9, 2025, at the age of 80. Northern Irish singer Clodagh Rogers died after battling an illness at her home in Cobham, Surrey, on April 18, 2025, at the age of 78. English singer and actor Mike Berry died peacefully at his home in London on April 11, 2025, at the age of 82. English musician Dave Cousins died from double pneumonia in Canterbury on July 13, 2025, at the age of 85. English musician and songwriter Terry Reid died from complications of cancer at a hospital in Rancho Mirage, California, on August 4, 2025, at the age of 75. English stage and television actor Philip Lowry died peacefully at his home in London on April 25, 2025, at the age of 88. English actress and fashion model Barbara Ferris died peacefully at her home in London on May 23, 2025, at the age of 88. English actor Charles Kay died peacefully at his home in London on January 8, 2025, at the age of 94. English actor Christopher Benjamin died peacefully at his home in London on January 10, 2025, at the age of 90. British musician Mike Routledge died after a short illness at his home in London on February 5, 2025, at the age of 81. Welsh drag queen The Vivian died from a ketamine-related cardiac arrest in Chorlton by Beckford on January 3, 2025, age 32. British stage, television and film actor Simon Fisher-Becker died at his home in London on March 9, 2025, at the age of 63. English magician Wayne Dobson died from complications of multiple sclerosis at his home in Leicester on July 7, 2025, at the age of 68. British television presenter Glenn Michael died after a short illness at his home in Maidens, Ayrshire, Scotland, on July 9, 2025, at the age of 99. British author and former MI5 director Stella Rimington died peacefully at her home in London on August 3, 2025, at the age of 90. English singer Paul Mario Day died from cancer at his home in Australia on July 29, 2025, at the age of 69. Scottish actor, playwright and screenwriter Gawn Granger died peacefully surrounded by family at his home in London on May 17, 2025, at the age of 87. English musician Rick Buckler died peacefully after a short illness at his home in Woking on February 17, 2025, at the age of 69. Northern Irish drummer Les Binks died peacefully at a hospital in London on March 15, 2025, at the age of 73. English guitarist Brian James died peacefully surrounded by family at his home in London on March 6, 2025, at the age of 74. Welsh musician and poet Geraint Jarman died peacefully surrounded by family at his home in Cardiff on March 2, 2025, at the age of 74. English drummer Viv Prince died at his home near Faro, Portugal, in September 2025, at the age of 84. English guitarist Whiz Jones died after a short illness at Trinity Hospice in London on April 27, 2025, at the age of 86. British author Barry Fantoni died from a heart attack at his home in Turin, Italy, on May 20, 2025, at the age of 85. English singer-songwriter Bill Fay died from complications of Parkinson's disease in London on February 22, 2025, at the age of 81. English character actor and writer Norman Eshley died from cancer on August 2, 2025, at the age of 80. British singer Stedman Pearson died from complications of diabetes in London on March 10, 2025, at the age of 60. Welsh singer Iris Williams died at her home in Rancho Mirage, California, on July 11, 2025, at the age of 79. English vocalist Douglas McCarthy died from liver cirrhosis in London on June 11, 2025, at the age of 58. British politician, advocate and athlete Menzies Campbell died at a care facility in London on September 26, 2025, at the age of 84. English television producer Biddy Baxter died at her home in London on August 10, 2025, at the age of 92. English songwriter and rock guitarist Joey Molland died after battling multiple health issues on March 1, 2025, at the age of 77. British character actor P.H. Moriarty died from dementia at his home in London on February 2, 2025, at the age of 86. London-born character actress Joanna Bacon died from cancer at her home in Hatfield Heath, Essex, on June 14, 2025, at the age of 72. British actor Michael McStay died from heart failure on May 11, 2025, at the age of 92. Scottish musician, keyboardist and lecturer James Prime died after a short battle with cancer at a hospital in Glasgow on June 19, 2025, at the age of 64. English author and critic David Lodge died peacefully at his home in Birmingham on January 1, 2025, at the age of 89. British businesswoman Dame Stephanie Shirley died peacefully at a nursing home in Reading on August 9, 2025, at the age of 91. English code breaker Betty Webb died peacefully at the age of 101 on March 31, 2025. English radio DJ and television presenter Andy Peebles died at his home in Blackburn, Lancashire, on March 22, 2025, at the age of 76. Irish fighter pilot John Hemingway died peacefully at his home in Dublin on March 17, 2025, at the age of 105. British tennis player Angela Mortimer Barrett died from cancer at a hospital in London on August 25, 2025, at the age of 93. British television executive and presenter Alan Yentob died peacefully at his home in London on May 24, 2025, at the age of 78. Irish radio and television broadcaster Henry Kelly died after a period of ill health at his home in London on February 25, 2025, at the age of 78. English television personality and one of Britain's leading quizzes, Christopher Hughes died at his home in Crewe on January 29, 2025, at the age of 77. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell for more awesome content. See you next time. Goodbye.